So I'm Andy Zimmerman, and I'm an engineer. That's pretty much me right there. I grew up in Golden, went to School of Mines, ran out to Michigan for graduate school, and started a company called Civionics, and then got back to Colorado as fast as I could. Now, I became an engineer because I wanted to build big things, things that make the world better, things that make the world a safer place, an easier place, a more efficient place, things that help drive society's social and economic landscapes. But you know what I learned? I learned that big things don't last forever. Stuff happens. Things break. Natural disasters, terrorist attacks, these things occur, and a lot of times people can even die. So when I started graduate school, instead of focusing on building big things, I actually focused on building little things that could be used to monitor big things like bridges and buildings and help determine when those big things were about to fail. Now, these little things had to be small. They had to be low cost, they had to be battery powered, and they had to be wireless, but most importantly, they had to be intelligent. Each node had to be able to capture data from a ton of different sources, make intelligent decisions based on that data that they captured. Then they needed to share that data with one another and make an intelligent assessment of whether a structure was going to fail or not. So we had the opportunity to deploy these systems on a bunch of different structures around the world. Our focus was really on bridges and buildings, there we go, which were subject to earthquakes, looking at how they behaved under earthquake scenarios. We also were fortunate enough to deploy our networks on high-speed Navy vessels, looking for how they responded in high sea states. We went out to Germany and monitored wind turbines, looking for signs of structural degradation over time. And we built a system for the Navy that allowed them to autonomously reconfigure their warships when they took battle damage to optimally assess mission objectives. So in the end, our wireless system was shown to perform as well, if not better, than a lot of cabled systems that could cost millions of dollars more, all while staying low power, low cost, and reducing the need for big data service type centers. So in 2009, I started to be approached by folks who were interested in me moving this technology out of the laboratory into the commercial space. I started Civionics and began to look for some funding to help commercially harden our technology and find a market for it. To that end, we pursued early on a lot of research and development opportunities looking at different markets. So we built systems for the Navy to monitor strain in their vessels. We built occupancy detection systems for residential, retail, and commercial systems. For the Air Force, we developed a prototype that helped detect structural fatigue in their aircraft as they were flying, and we built a system for Homeland Security that would aid first responders in assessing whether a burning building was about to collapse. But as most university startups find out, some more quickly than others, even if you've got a great technology, and that technology can apply to a lot of different things, not all markets are created equal, and in the end, it's actually really difficult to make money. So fortunately, in 2013, we were out at a stamping plant in Warren, Michigan. These plants turn out parts 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And when one of these stamping lines goes down, it can cost an automaker $10,000 per minute. So we said to ourselves, if we can make a system that can monitor a burning building and detect when it's about to fall down, why can't we tell the auto industry when their billion-dollar stamping line is about to have a gear fail? That would pay for itself immediately the first time we detected something was wrong. So we rebranded and reconfigured our thought process around this new perceive line. We've got wireless sensing, intelligent hardware that interacts with advanced cloud-based services, analytics, and the like. Our advanced intelligent sensing system is capable of taking inputs from up to 20 transducers, processing that data, and sharing it amongst themselves. It can also push that data to the cloud using a Wi-Fi or 3G connection. And as always, these nodes are low power. They can last up to 10 years, depending on configuration. From the software side, our Decision Workshop allows our customers to view their systems in real time and assess whether they're performing properly. They can also configure alerts that tell them when something's going wrong or when anomalous behavior's been detected. So we've had some commercial success over the last couple of years, including sales most recently into the auto industry and the aerospace sector, but we're still kind of encountering those bumps that all startups do in terms of gaining momentum and continuing that momentum as we move along. So with that, I've spent 5 minutes talking about an engineer, an idea, and a company. I clearly have more to say. If you're interested in what I've talked about, or you have an idea for where we can take this technology next, I'd love to chat with you. Thank you all very much for your time.